Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
Your favorite faction is back once again. Introducing to the stage. You know what? I'm gonna save this man for last because we do got to give him a special shout out. All right, my man's is bi-weekly, once every other week due to his work schedule. Welcome to the stage, my good brother Nitram. How we doing today?
I'm doing really good. I had a really good day today. Like,
what happened to you?
All the luck was on my sides, and I got you a Steam card.
You did give me a Steam card. I appreciate you, brother. I'm still waiting for the code.
You asked me.
You was
I
like,
got way too into my Resident Evil.
No, bro. I believe it. You was like, "Do you want the code, or you want me to bring it to you?" I was like, "Just give me the code." He was like, "Bet." I was waiting. Did I miss it? did I miss the text? What the hell is going on over here, dog? Introducing next to the stage. I would usually save him for last because I like to harass him, but we got a special shout out today. Welcome to the Wrestling Guru's Guru, your favorite wrestling analyst for wrestling analysts, the Poopy Boy himself. How we doing today, brother?
What up, y'all? Glad to be back for another week of pro wrestling talk. Always love talking shop with the boys. It's crazy how fast the week goes. I feel like we just did this yesterday, but that's just how fast time moves, boys.
I feel like Tino sets his outfit before pod days. This way he knows what he's wearing.
I do it before the nap.
I believe it. I genuinely believe that. And welcome to the stage, our good brother Mike, who was in Washington Heights, getting his hair cut by the Dominicans, because we do got to give a special shout out. Our boy is engaged. Last weekend, Mike popped the question, and he is engaged. Congratulations, brother. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. It's been a whirlwind. It's been a long time coming. It's been 6 years in the making. I can now formally say, it is now Mike and soon to be Mrs. Now it's just Mike and his fiance. But the Mrs. Appreciates the shout out. She appreciates the love. I'm sure she's watching. Boys, I hope you're ready to bust the move at the wedding here in a year or so. So be on the lookout.
How'd it happen? What you do? How'd you do it? Walk us through it. How'd you do it?
Oh, you want to walk us through it? So
yeah.
Oy.
Come on, you got to engage. You can't expect us not to ask how you did it.
I mean, I figured that'd be a conversation for next week, when we're driving to for Flushing for Double or Nothing. But no, we'll tell the people. So last weekend I had my parents came into town. My family was in town visiting for Mother's Day. So happy late Mother's Day shout out to all the moms out there. And the missus and I decided that we want to do some family photos. We didn't have any really pictures of all of us together, so figure let's get the families together and collide worlds here and do some photos. Then I decided, you know what? That's a perfect timing. Our families are together. I've got a ring in my back pocket, so let's do a little proposal here. And she had no idea. I didn't even get to say my full speech before she yelled and said yes 100 times, and I didn't even get to ask her, "Will you marry me?" So I had to tell her, "Hold on a sec, will you marry me?" And, then we had the yeses, and then we took some photos, and I haven't posted them on the podcast. It's on my personal Instagram. You can't have my personal Instagram, much like you can't have Chano's IG information. You can't have that. That's where we post the explicit content not to be seen in the wrestling world. But no, it's great. It's behind a paywall. Absolutely. It's $3.99 a month. You get Mike's Meat Factory, unlimited meat, all you can eat. No, but it feels great to finally say that we're engaged, and it feels great to be here with you guys and celebrate with the Four-Siders. And man, we've got a lot to talk about, so I'll let you take back over your show.
Appreciate it. Listen, it sounds beautiful. Imagine she would have been like, yes, and you was like, oh,
It's our show.
Our show. Yes. I meant, see, look, God had to come in real quick to get me correction. Thank you, God. What I meant to say was I'll let Chano go back to his hosting duties of our show. There you go. That's better.
You know, I wanted to say I always think it's funny because it's like we do our intro video and Tano got on the show before Mike, but Mike's been in our intro video way longer than everybody else.
I mean, it's mad funny because the first time we did the intro, I wasn't in it at all. I was like, damn, how do I get fired off a show, dog? Like, this is crazy. I had the song done for us. I'm like, and I got fired. Damn, this is nuts. Where do we start? Ooh, all right, let's play our favorite game. Where is the Zombie King? Da-da-da-da. Coming to you after these messages. Friday, May 15th, 2026 at Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Listen, this is the Zombie King is on here for the ECPW light heavyweight title match. Jonathan Bain, look at him. He's wearing the glasses and the headband. He looks terrible. Versus Junior Flow, the Zombie King. I don't know about you, Jonathan Bain, the champion. You're losing that strap. I don't know what else to tell you, dog. Your reign is over. I don't care how long you had that championship. I don't care how good of a champion you were. It doesn't matter. You run into the Zombie King, dog. You're losing your strap. When you walk into your strap, we take your strap. PWM, Saint Anger, new talent initiative. Oh, this is the one I'm really interested in. Rico Go versus Junior Flow versus the Bean Dip Daza. I'm still interested how his name is Bean Dip. I promise you, it's the only thing really on my mind. I can't watch
Anthony's busy, man. Friday and Saturday night this weekend.
Listen, he might be walking
night, Saturday night.
He might be walking in as a champion.
Whew. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. TCW, Rise of Titan, the Zombie King, Junior Flow versus Pedro Pablo, 2 out of 3 falls. I think we will be in attendance for that match. I think we will be there. Listen, if you run into us at TCW, I will personally buy you a juice box or a Corona. I don't know what they sell, dog, but I got you. I'll buy you something.
At the skating rink, so maybe some pizza, maybe some skating rink.
Maybe some pizza, some. Listen, I'll buy you a free round of skating with your lady.
Like
Winner Circle. Wrestling is now WIN. Oh, that's fine. I kind of fuck with that abbreviation. The challenges: Junior Flow versus Jeff Skywalker versus Chris Rex. Kind of a lazy name. So is Jeff Skywalker. I'm not gonna hold you. Really lazy, but it's a triple threat for the Roku Championship. I'm assuming. VIP is $100. VIP includes 4 tickets, a signed poster, and backstage experience like no other. I don't know what they're doing backstage, dog.
It's not bad for $100 though. I'll tell you that.
Well, I'm more curious about the Roku Championship. Now, is that a Roku Championship? Does that entail that they're gonna get a belt like the Roku streaming service? It's like purple. It's got the big R on it. Or
no,
like,
you get a free 60. So what happens is they give you a Roku 65-inch TV and you have it in your house as long as you're the champion. When you lose the belt, you got to give back the TV.
Oh, so it's basically just like rent a center, you know, but instead it's a championship. And basically, if I don't pay my bill, I'm cooked. And in this sense, I don't win. I lose my TV. They just come in, rip it right out of the studs. Studs are ruined forever.
And you're not allowed
to
give
you a warning.
Is
they just pull up and
ruined.
take it out.
And you're not allowed.
My walls start leaning.
And you're not allowed to own another TV until you get that title back. No TV for you.
Transported right to the Stone Age, bitch.
Instead of the plasma, you go back to your big box TV with the big back that doesn't go on any wall. Like, babe, we gotta go back to storage. We gotta get the dresser. Why? I lost the championship.
At least he can play his PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah, that is fair. Listen, to be fair, there is an AC to HDMI adapter that you can connect into it to play on the big box TVs. Because before, your boy started working, I had my aunt's big box TV. It was a big boy, fucking brolic dog. And I asked my mom, can I get a plasma? No, they're expensive. I was like, I have this big box TV. So I had the big box TV. I had like $20 on Amazon. I got the adapter. And I was playing PlayStation 4 on that thing for like a good year and a half until your boy got his money up.
It's crazy, bro. Those big box TVs, even if they weren't like really big TVs, them shits was heavy, bro. I remember when I threw one of them on my grandparents' house, bro. That shit was so heavy. It wasn't even like a living room big box. It was like for the bedroom, and it was like it still took two of us to lift. I'm like, Jesus Christ,
bro. You telling me fucking where I'm at now? There was a big TV, it was like the old school, like the old school you got money TV, massive. But it was Brocky. It was mad big, dog. Like I physically couldn't get it out the crib because it just wouldn't hit the angles. So we had to call the demolition people to break it up and take it with them.
Wow.
Fucking big boy, dog. Beautiful TV. But your boy got money now. I can afford an actual plasma. Nah, I mean. We're gonna go jump into my least favorite segment. It's called It's called My 13th Reason, also known as Mark Your Calendars. So
all right, guys, welcome back to Marking Your Calendar. This is channel's least favorite segment. However, if you're familiar with this segment, this is the segment where we dig through wrestling history, just like the WWE digs through old wrestling legends and celebrities every time those ticket sales drop. Today, we're going back to May 14th, 1995 in Syracuse, New York. This was the very first In Your House. Now, the WWF of the mid-90s, now known as the WWE, were in a rough spot. Business was shaky, steroids were in courtrooms, and half the roster looked like they either sold cocaine or collected Ninja Turtles as action figures. So Vince McMahon comes up with this genius idea. What if we charge the fans less money but make them feel special? Basically, wrestling version of idolatry. So they launch a smaller, cheaper pay-per-view, but for the first show, Vince needed a hook, and it wasn't a normal hook because subtlety never existed in pro wrestling. So they decide to give away a house. That's right, an actual house over in Henderson, Nevada, which is honestly insane to think about. Now imagine winning that as an 11-year-old kid. You're a sixth grader worrying about algebra. Next thing you know, you're worrying about property taxes. But the winner, who was named Matthew Pompolowski, this kid was probably one of the smartest kids that we've in all of wrestling. He was able to flip that house a few months later for $175,000. Meanwhile, these grown wrestlers at that time were getting paid in hot dogs and handshakes agreements. Pretty insane when you go to think about it. But as for the card itself, it was pure mid-90s chaos, and I was here for it. Bret Hart wrestled Hikashi in a technical masterclass, which was so good that it probably reminded fans at that time, all right, this is what wrestling could be about. It could actually be an art. Until Jerry Lawler shows up, ruins everything like that horrible uncle who starts talking politics at Thanksgiving, just ruins the whole match, kind of spoiled it for me. We also got to see Razor Ramon take on Jeff Jarrett in the Roadie, which was a pretty brutal matchup in itself, but honestly, it wasn't really nothing to rave about other than a lot of chest hair and denim jackets. It was just again, mid-90s, absolute chaos. For the main event, we're going to move on to that picture you see right there where we see Diesel take on the Psycho Kid, where it's just two gigantic men moving around that ring like refrigerators during an earthquake. Now, that's the thing about that 90s wrestling. Nobody needed a six-pack. You didn't need any abs. As long as you look like you could throw his motorcycle at somebody, Vince was interested. Now, speaking of things escalating unnecessarily, we're going to fast forward to May 14th, 2006, where we head to TNA Sacrifice over in Orlando, Florida, to the Impact Zone. Now, funny enough, watching back this event, this wrestling arena looked less like a wrestling arena and more like a nightclub, where it probably looked like somebody was going to sell you ecstasy in the bathroom. But look, say what you want about TNA. Back in the day, they were cooking. The X Division was basically, what if we get a bunch of cruiserweights together and they just go all out? They all wrestled like they owed money for a cartel. Back then, watching any old TNA is fun to watch. We got to see Justin Thunder Liger take on Petey Williams, which was incredible. We seen Petey Williams hit a Canadian Destroyer, which was beautiful, got the fans on their feet. Back in the time when people would still lose their minds for a Canadian Destroyer, nowadays you see that about 17 times before the opening matchup of the Pyro. PD actually did double duty that matchup. He went on to win a 16-man gauntlet match because apparently at that time, concussion protocols, especially in 2006, was just kind of like, all right, if you're alive, you can head back out there. We also got to see America's Most Wanted defend the tag titles against AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels in a match that slapped so freaking hard, it probably cured depression for at least 3 people in Orlando. And then there's the main event, a match that we still talk about to this day. Christian Cage against the Monster Abyss in a Full Metal Mayhem. Now, this wasn't wrestling. This was just 2 men processing trauma publicly. There were tables, chairs, ladders, and even freaking thumbtacks, boys. At one point, Abyss probably looked around that match and probably was like, damn, my therapist is definitely going to hear about this one. Christian wins after smashing Abyss through enough steel to qualify for enough to get recycling tax credit. Then we're going to move on to the big stage a year later, May 14th, 2007, Monday Night Raw, the Ruthless Aggression era, which basically felt like the WWE writers at that time snorted pre-workout and said, what if every segment ended in attempted murder? And again, I'm here for it. That's why I love watching old wrestling. It's just so amazing to me. The main event was an absolute masterclass between Shawn Michaels and Edge, where HBK moved like a man who owed child support in 3 different states. Edge looked like somebody's cool older cousin who probably sold you Xanax in high school. I know Channel can't wait to see him this upcoming in Double or Nothing. As for the rest of the show, it was just pure chaos. We got to see Bobby Lashley destroy Jonathan Coachman in seconds, which honestly sounds less like a wrestling match and more like a workplace harassment. The McMahons also jump in afterward with Umaga, just because apparently every episode of Raw at that time just needed to feel like a felony assault. We also got to see Ric Flair team up with Carlito, where we see Carlito abandon him mid-matchup, which wasn't too much to rave about, but always good seeing Ric Flair there. Then we get to see Randy Orton and Edge as well beat down Ric Flair, I should say, after Carlito leaves him in the ring, which was, again, not even the craziest part of the night. We also got to see John Cena, where he has to survive against Umaga, Nitro, and Coachman in a handicap match before seeing the Great Khali. Now, it was fun to watch, but just looking back, it's not really wrestling. You know, at that time, it's kind of Vince McMahon trying to kill his franchise player for fun. But at the end of the day, that's why we love wrestling, because nowhere else can you have an 11-year-old win a house, a grown man get powerbombed onto some thumbtacks, and a billionaire openly commit crimes on live television, all while commentators are in the background just yelling out, what a maneuver it is. But that's wrestling, boys. And at the end of the day, that's what's going to keep us marking our calendar every single freaking week. So make sure you're here every Thursday night. Now, before we wrap this up and move on, I just want to give a couple of birthday shout outs on May 14th. We got Vader, who was a 450-pound monster who moved like physics owed him money. He was just a true legend in every sense of the word. And he was just a big man who redefined what it was to be a big man in the ring. We also going to celebrate the birthday of Dr. Steve Williams, who was also just a terrifying guy. A refrigerator with anger issues is what he was built like. He was a multiple tag team champion. He was known for his credible strength and grit. And as well as Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder, who also celebrates a birthday today, who's obviously just a pioneer who used the internet to turn himself into this massive star. Hopefully, he starts turning himself around, being on SmackDown now. He's been taking a lot of losses, but that's your addition for marking the calendars, boys. Thank you for your time.
Very good, very good.
Oh boy, Adam, boy.
You had me hooked at steroids in the courtroom, ecstasy, depression, therapists, felonies, and I don't know, maybe I was locked in.
Fucking Mr. One-liner over here.
I will say though, with the house thing, now in that time, yeah, that dude made some good money. But if you really think about it, Henderson, Nevada is an up and coming community over these last 20 years. It's been a ever growing in the housing market. Had that dude been able to survive the housing crash in 2008, he probably could have flipped that house in the last 5 years for upwards of like 500K.
Wow.
It's fun.
He shoulda
Mouthing
held
off with
out.
Mike is now mathing off with Mike. Sorry.
Showing his expertise over here. Now listen, the house thing is dope. The house thing is very dope. I will say, he probably blew through that $175,000. I'm not gonna hold you. You probably paid off his
I
parents'
would think
debt.
so. He was 11, so maybe by the time he reached his teens, I mean, I don't know how his parents would have been. It's funny because when I watched back and they said that like in the show, I was watching the show. I'm like, oh shit, this is what I'm gonna do the research on. And I couldn't find any recent articles on the kid other than what was recent at that, like a year later.
Why would there be a further article on him? He's depressed, overweight, and he hates his life.
Yeah, he's thinking about that. He could have got 500K.
His parents sold his house, took the money.
Yeah, 1,000%. They paid off their house.
They paid off their
house. Seriously.
1,000%. They definitely paid off their house. It was like, thanks, little Jimmy. You're having a grand old time.
Insane.
How does that legalities of that? I mean, back in the 80s, what was that? 80s, 90s?
95.
95. Yes, I mean
95.
I think
I wish TKO 11.
Yeah, they had like the Road Warriors, or Demolition at the time. They like went up to him and they showed him the house. They did like a tour. He was like, "So this is the house you won," and he's this little kid, man. He's 11 years old.
All right, but guys, would you rather be that kid who no one knows, got a house and $175,000, or get your WrestleMania match with Braun Strowman like Nicholas?
Give me the house. 11-year-old me would say. 11-year-old me would say, "Give me the WrestleMania moment." But as a grown ass man,
you're gonna be tag team champion.
As a grown ass man, give me the house. That's the only thing that makes sense. I do want to touch base on what you said with the Christian. That was the NWA Championship, right?
That's correct. That was the NWA Championship, and it's funny. I believe it's today or maybe in today, 2007 or yesterday, where the relationship with NWA, that partnership ended. So that was like a really big deal if you go to think about it, especially that partnership ending so soon and after.
I will say TNA is the original collaboration show. I think they have collaborated with almost everybody, every single promotion under the sun, and they're probably the only promotion that's able to say that, right? I know they had a partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling when they had the IWGP Championship on TNA. They were partnered with AEW for a little while. I'm assuming they were partnered with CMLL because why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Why would you leave that off the mix and on with AAA? So that's pretty cool. I do say that
you can't kill TNA.
You can't.
It's always the same.
No, you definitely can't. It doesn't matter how bad things are. TNA will always be there.
Tried their hardest to do it.
Sacrifice. That looks like I love that logo because that's like someone's tattoo. That's their only tattoo. Is just right there. Boom, right there with the barbed wire.
The reason I do bring that up is because we do have a wrestling history moment. This past Monday night, the AAA Mega Championship was defended on WWE TV, meaning it is the first title to be defended both on AEW and WWE. And they recently also had the Intercontinental Championship, a WWE title on AAA. So WWE is now finally dipping their toes, even though they own AAA, but they still treat it as a separate entity on itself with its own history and its own lineages. So as a collective, how do you guys feel about potentially seeing WWE taking their championships to other promotions and defend them? And I do want to start with you, Tanner, because you did start with the mark your calendars.
I mean, for me, in all honesty, I don't mind it at all. I mean, it's tribalism is so real in wrestling, right? Let's just all work together. As long as everyone is being booked properly, I think the problem is us as fans feel that the WWE maybe books themselves a little bit too strong rather than the company that they're working with. As long as everyone could just work together, then it would be fine. Like looking back at that TNA Sacrifice show, and I forgot the show I seen for last week, another TNA event. It seemed like they collaborated really well, at least at the time, right? Obviously, all things do come to an end, but it just all comes to equal booking. As long as both entities, both performers could feel strong, that's all that matters, man. I don't mind it. I'm all for partnerships. I'm all for people getting more work, more TV time. I don't mind it at all.
Mike, how you feel about this, brother?
I think it's pretty freaking cool, man. I was hooting and hollering when the Intercontinental Championship was defended in AAA and on that show a few months back. I thought that was sick. I thought it was even cooler that I got to see. I don't know if this is if it's a first time in history or not. Someone would have to fact check me, but I thought it was super cool to see Dom as the AAA Mega Champion walk down the ramp at WrestleMania with that title. I thought that was awesome. And I thought seeing the title being defended on Raw was even cooler because I don't think any of us in maybe all of our lives watching WWE would have ever thought, at least from, this generation, like that we would have seen the AAA Championship, whether WWE owns the product or not, on Monday Night Raw, the flagship show. That's pretty sick, man. That's pretty cool. I think they should do that more often. I think that's just it. Wrestling was never like that. Think about the territories back in the 80s. Tano loves talking, the mark your calendars, and he gives us some great insights from the 80s. And you got to think about it. Think about the territory days. They're bringing that title everywhere. If they won it in the South, that title was in the North. If they won it in the North, that title was in the West, so I think that's the same principle nowadays. I think eventually we'll see wrestling kind of reset again. And, maybe we'll see more collaboration between wrestling companies.
And then we'll finish off with you, brother. Do you ever think you will see a WWE Championship defended on AEW?
That'd be some wild stuff. I'm glad he switched it up because you clearly know I did not care for the whole AAA thing.
That's because
I don't get the significance. Look, I'm gonna be honest. It's equivalent to Ring of Honor being on AEW. It's that equivalent to me. I don't think
for me.
I think if you own the company and you have your property on your property, what are we actually celebrating here? The AAA, owned by WWE's champion, who is a WWE superstar, and Dominic Mysterio, defended on Raw. His brand at that. Like it doesn't. I don't get the whole. What's the premise? Who cares? Be the champion, yes, but this is equivalent to like having the Ring of Honor Championship on AEW. This is equivalent to them bringing the NXT champion to SmackDown. You know what I mean? It's not like, for example, when Mickie James came to the Rumble with the TNA title, that was a big deal. There was no partnership. She just did it. You know what I mean? Like now it's like they own this. It makes sense they did it. It makes sense that they did it in Mexico. It's no big deal because it's still WWE being WWE, making their own WWE history. And that's just, I don't get the whole why it was such a big deal. I just don't.
I mean, I just want to say real quick, like I guess I agree to disagree with that, just basically because like they're just trying to bring more eyes, obviously, to AAA, right? AEW and Ring of Honor, to not to compare, but I guess that's what we're doing with AAA and WWE. Those are two different like structures. Is a larger audience with the WWE, better creative, better storytelling. In some ways, of course, we could always argue that. But just that machine of the WWE is just so massive and so different that you could have Dom create the history of WWE with AAA's title, whatever the case is, and you could have a big AAA star defeat Dom, whether if that's on a Monday Night Raw in Columbus, Ohio, or somewhere in Mexico. So it could just be a build to solidify AAA as its own entity. That's just kind of what I guess I'm hopeful for.
I hear what you're saying, but to me, isn't it a bigger deal that TNA stars and the TNA NXT is more of a bigger deal than AAA going to Raw. Because at least that's two different. At least it's two different companies. At least, because
he has a point. He has a point. He has a point. They're separate. WWE does own AAA, but at the same time, when the first time the Ring of Honor Championship was defended on AEW TV, NetRam was marking out of control. He said this was unbelievable.
And again,
this is
the
history
difference.
shaken.
Just
and
real
if
quick,
it's not overdone, I feel like it's perfectly fine. I agree with you guys that Ring of Honor was on too much on AEW after a certain while, and as long as it's not overdone and taking away, it's fine. But I don't see the significance of making it a big deal that Dom defended his title on his show Raw, where he's champion every week.
I want to shift that. I don't. My fault. Let me say this one piece before you get back to it, Mike. I don't think it's so much of as a big deal as much as we're footnoting the moment it happened. I think that's all it is. We're just acknowledging that it happened. That it's cool as fuck.
That's cool.
It's mad cool. Can you admit that it's cool?
I just think it's another. No.
Okay. But it's the first time it happened.
Let's just say on a hypothetical scenario, Nitram, if AAA was not a WWE subsidiary and wasn't bought by WWE, and the AAA Mega Championship was on Raw, would that be more? Would you be like,
yeah, yes, it'd be WWE doing a big thing.
100%. Wait. So do you finally admit, and that's the instance that the TNA champion Joe Hendry at the time was a great fit to be on WrestleMania against Randy Orton? Regardless of how the ending.
I didn't like that he lost in 5 seconds.
Doesn't matter. Randy Orton's a 14-time world champion. That's fine.
And full honesty, yes, that's a bigger deal than Dom defending this title.
Interesting. Now, can we? I want to shift. What I wanted to shift here is I wanted to shift some of this hate that Nitram has, and I wanted him to shift it towards the wrestling storytelling inconsistencies that we're seeing. Because for the last few weeks, for me, it seems like Triple H does not give a shit about what Undertaker's doing in AAA with his storylines and the talent when they come to Monday Night Raw. Case in point, we know 2 weekends ago, AAA, there was a whole contract signing. There was a whole agreement in place that the Americanos could not have physical contact until the match at
in Mexico.
In Mexico. What is it? Buenos de Noches or something?
Yes. But the contract said in Mexico.
In Mexico. Okay, fine. But at first, I was like, whoa, seeing that. And then the other thing was, why is Chad Gable, El Grande Americano, even getting a championship opportunity against him? He's done nothing in AAA to gain one, right? That's the part. That was the one thing about the title defense. I get why they did it, because they want to have the history and say, this first time ever AAA championship on Monday Night Raw. Mark your calendars for 10 years from now for Tano. So that was the part of it. It's just that they do so much good in AAA with these guys. Dom is predominantly booked better in AAA. Both Americanos are booked better in AAA. Bailey's booked better in AAA. It just kind of makes you wonder, right? Kind of makes you wonder.
Now, if I could add on, I just want to say, maybe it was the fact that it was Chad Gable, which is just like another Monday Night Raw match. Maybe if it was a Dr. Wagner or a Vikingo or, anyone else, a luchador, a real luchador from AAA, a AAA star, maybe it would have felt different.
Well, what if it's Kaiser? What if it's the pride of Mexico right now, Kaiser, on Raw?
I still think it would feel like a Raw thing.
Ludwig von Kaiser is never going to be able to take that mask off in the history of his career. You guys realize that, right?
I know, and he's too handsome, man. It bothers me.
First of all, he's too handsome. He'll steal your girl just by looking at him. Look at this man. My man said, I'm dating Tiffany Stratton. He said, nah, I'm going to Mexico now. And he's dating the backstage interviewer who just lost her job. I hope she finds a new job. She got
fired, man. She got a good man. She'll be all right.
Did you see the poster they made for that? The Buena de Noches?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Poster with them holding each other. I was like, oh my God.
It was a telenovela. That was a telenovela.
He's the man. He's the absolute man.
That whole contract signing was... I don't know. I left my soul, left my body. I was so enthralled with it. The drama unfolding at the end. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
And it is dope. I don't know. Maybe Undertaker caught a second win as a wrestling booker. You know what I mean?
He's got a great
found
mind.
some life.
I think he's one of the best minds in the business. He's always been one of the best minds in the business. I think it's just now a matter of like he realized like, yeah, I'm old now, boys, but my mind's still young. So let me go ahead and cook here.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It is not bad. I do want to continue with the WWE. Mike brought it to my attention. I didn't even realize it until he said it. We have 3 WWE PLEs this month. I don't know if you want to count Saturday Night Main Event as a PLE, which is this weekend or
It's a special.
next weekend. Is it
Next
TV special? We got
Next week.
nuts. Yes, next weekend. It's the weekend. It's Double or Nothing weekend that Saturday.
Mhm.
okay.
It's insane. I feel like WWE is trying to take over my life this May. I don't have a moment of peace. You know what I mean?
That's
feel
how I've
like-
been feeling. I'm sorry, Channel. Just real quick. That's
No,
how
you're
I've been
good.
feeling watching NXT since it's like a whole new thing going on. It's like, should I start watching like Evolve? And like, I'm not really familiar with a few of those guys there. I'm like, all right, but I'm sorry. I just want to add on to that.
It's just
like,
no. You're right.
I
It's
feel
just
that.
I ain't
nuts.
downloading fucking Tubi. You can bet
Same,
your ass.
same.
I ain't downloading Tubi.
Tyler's talking smack. It's already downloaded. He's been watching Evolve. He just wants a
Yeah,
reason to bring it
don't
up.
lie. Don't lie.
He's been watching Evolve. He just doesn't know how to tell us.
I think the craziest thing about that whole NXT thing was I was watching that big boy fucking do crazy moves on TikTok 3 months ago. Now he's on NXT, and I was like, whoa.
It's
They cut
It's
his hair
nuts.
though. They cut his mullet. That's one thing that tripped me out. I was like, that's like cutting Samson's hair, dog. You cut the whole thing that made him. Now, I mean, I can't even say what I'm not one to make comments about appearances, but when I saw him the other week, I was like, that's Rosie O'Donnell.
and that's our show. 4 Sides of the Ring has been canceled over making obscure comments about a wrestler's appearance. We had a good run, guys. I enjoyed it.
My jersey
We
in
had
the
a good run.
Raptors 2 times. My podcast career and now being engaged. That jersey's retired.
Nah, man, it's fun. But 3 wrestling PLEs is kind of insane, dog. I feel like we plan the episodes around what's happening in WWE PLEs now. There's a whole bunch of
And they suck.
recaps, margarita
For the
matches.
most part, yeah.
It's honestly insane. We had Backlash. After we come back from our first ad, we're gonna talk about Backlash a little bit because I
mean, hopefully
they
with
do
these,
gotta see about that. Mike is missing out. If he doesn't have Tubi, they have all the old seasons of Power Rangers. They do with a whole
Oh.
bunch of commercials.
Channel, there you go.
No,
There you
look,
go.
Tano's trying to co-sign to get him to start watching Evolve. That's why he's laughing
You know
mad
what's
nervously.
funny? You know what else is on Tubi? I believe NWA is on Tubi as well.
Of course, you would know that because
I've
you're
I've
watching
been trying to
Evolve.
watch some Lightspeed Rescue recently. I've been craving some Lightspeed Rescue. Maybe I might have
Tubi
to.
has
Maybe
good
now
scary movies.
I might have to get Tubi now. Fuck.
Look,
It's
Netram's
funny.
co-signing Evolve.
I'm not into the scary movies.
I used to watch Evolve because Jackson
Boys, you
Drake
can
was
come
on
out
it.
of the
So,
closet. It's okay to watch Evolve. It's okay. Just come on out. It's all right. We'll welcome you here.
Well, after these messages, we'll talk some Backlash, guys.
Backlash.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad, Brandy's here to pick us right back up. Thanks to our partnership with SeatGeek, we got good seats and great prices. New users who score a fantastic $20 off their final ticket purchase by using the exclusive promo code 4SIDESOTR at checkout for any event. That's 4SIDESOTR. Tell them the bad guy sent you.
Tell them the bad guy sent you for everything in your life. When Tubi asks you if you have a coupon code, tell them Tino sent me because the bad guy sent him. My man watches Evolve, and this is how he's telling us. Look at him.
It's
He's mad
okay.
nervous right now.
Okay.
It's okay.
What's
We
that?
still
We,
love
we
you.
stand with you, Tano, and your Tubi watching. We're with you. We're with you.
All right,
We
so
are
let's talk-
allies.
So let's talk some Backlash, gentlemen. Worst match on this card was undoubtedly Trick Williams and Sami Zayn. I feel like I don't even have to say that. I don't feel like anybody. Does anybody have a rebuttal?
I would
No.
I would honestly say
No.
I didn't care for the Braun Seth match. But
That was a
that's
really
me.
good match.
That
really
was a good
match.
wrestling
That's
match.
me.
That felt to me the most I've seen in WWE recently on a PLE, the most wrestling match I've seen in a while from them.
So yeah, we had Trick defending against Sami Zayn by pinfall. Little Yachty has been sensational as a wrestling manager. I will give him
bad
that.
mouthed him, man. I was like, get little Yachty out of here. Tell him to go make another hit like Minnesota, but he's smashing it out of the park right now.
He's
dog,
great.
and
I don't even know how long he's here for, but he's great.
he's great.
You know what I mean? When man says free time, he's just volunteering his time to SmackDown like a social worker. You know what I mean?
Look, I ain't even gonna front. He's doing such a good job. I thought he was gonna turn and be with Sammy. I was like, oh
Me too.
man, Yanni's about to turn.
I mean that.
And but no.
Could you
didn't.
mention the
He didn't
optics?
turn.
Little Yachty's everything they wanted Travis Scott to be. Let's be real.
Oh,
100%.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. Let's talk about Braun Breaker defeated Seth Rollins by pinfall. Arguably, this is the biggest win of Braun Breaker's career. We had a little referee shenanigans, so the Vision got involved. And I don't know what's good with Triple H. Not every heel that has a faction needs to get involved in every single match. They can win other dirty ways. You know what I mean?
The Triple H tropes, we could have a whole episode dedicated to that because
we'll do that next week.
So obvious.
We'll
So
do that
bad.
next week. We'll have Triple H wrestling tropes, and we'll talk about all of them and why they're ridiculous. Overall, it was a good match, dog. I'm not a big Seth guy. I like Seth, but Seth as a tweener babyface is just super weird to me. Let's go to the Danhausen and the Minihausen defeated the Miz and Kit Wilson. I feel like this was the most sports entertainment match that we could have possibly ever asked for. I didn't consider this a wrestling match. This was were you entertained match? Did you have fun?
It's funny. I will say, I tried to make that match my margarita match. I was doing things. I was kind of moving around. It was just like on the background. And and then he gets hit in the casket and a bunch of other little mini housings come out. And it was just a bunch of wild shit going on. And I'm just standing up for like the last 10 minutes, 5 minutes of the match, just watching. What the hell am I watching? It, like Channel said, it was great. What I thought was going to be a margarita match turned into me watching it. And that's sports entertainment. Like he said, that was the most entertainment match on the card. And that's what we know we're going to get with Danhausen. He's going to make us laugh. He's going to pull out a couple of wrestling moves, a little hip toss. That's like, oh, shit, look at him doing his thing. but it's just like a hip toss. But seriously, man, I generally did enjoy that match. Surprisingly.
I was all aboard. I was on that, man. I was on bated breath watching this, waiting to see who was going to come out of the box. And I was like, oh, please, Cola Man Punk with Danhausen face paint. Oh, please. And then the Little Housens appeared, and I said, oh, this is so much better. This is so much better. And he got in his car, and they drove the coffin car down to the ring, and then all of them appeared, and oh, my goodness. Oh, I love that Danhausen. I love that Danhausen.
I agree.
I think it was something that, like, as the more we processed it, right, it was like the more everything made sense. It was like we were all expecting a CM Punk or somebody, a wrestler, and then out came out who is El Torito, by the way. Good
El
for
Torito.
him.
Mascarita Sagrada?
Yeah. You got it. But,
I'm fucking raw, dog. I know my shit.
He goes in there. We sit there and we're like, okay, well, this, whatever. And I sit there and I was like, this is kind of on beat for Danhausen, though. And I said, I want to see how they're going to do this. But, and it's a shock because people are like, oh, man, this little guy's wrestling. He's doing Hurricane Ranas. To the best of Miz and Kit Wilson's defense, they weren't really the best based on all this, but he's so good, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, he was doing stuff, man. He did more wrestling than Danhausen, and I think we all were just feeling it. It was just so great. So, yeah, props to them. They really got it over. I was entertained. I'm not a big entertainment guy. I was entertained.
If this is what it takes for WWE to dip their toe back in like midget wrestling, and I don't mean to be offensive. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I wouldn't be mad if they had a micro division in like NXT or some shit, or they actually put dedicated time into a micro division in AAA again. Like, I'd be all aboard this.
That's actually really funny. It was definitely an entertaining match at that point. It was Luchahausen. That's what it was. It wasn't the one who's the tag partner wasn't a Minihausen. It was a Luchahausen, and that tag match should have been a SmackDown match. But were you not entertained? It's the year of our Lord 2026 when WWE has 5 patches on the PLE and they're wasting a spat on Danhausen. I love it.
He's
Mark's
so
such a hater.
I'm so
He does
sorry
sell
you
merch.
guys aren't Fanhausen's Mark and Eric. I'm sorry, but I'm a Mark for Danhausen. Damn, I'm a Markhausen at this point.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a mark for big people, little people tag teams. All right, we all remember Fit Fiddly and Hornswoggle. I cheered for them every single week. Every single.
I
week.
love JR's calls too on fucking. That little bastard. The little bastards are back again. What's that little bastard doing?
Boogeyman and Little Boogie, cheer for them every time. Okay. Els Matadors and El Torito every time. I don't care. I like the big people, little people collabs.
We'll see the top 25 match, and I'll put my podcast on the line.
Next match on the card was Asuka versus Io Sky. Arguably the best, not even arguably. I think
Best
this
match
was
of
the
the night.
best match of the night. And these women, I breezed past it. I'm not gonna hold you. I was like, oh, this would be a nice little fun match. I breezed past it, started doing other things, and then they started going. I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is insane. I haven't seen Io wrestle like this in a very long time. I haven't seen Asuka wrestle like this in a really like Asuka wrestled like her money, like her rent money was on the line, and she had to go pay rent in order to go survive. And she survived. It was the best match of the night.
It was a great matchup. Honestly, just like Channel said, I'm gonna be honest. And I'm just speaking for myself, obviously, but I guess I kind of forgot how good Io was. Like, I know Asuka is amazing and Io is amazing as well, but I guess I kind of forgot how great she was in that ring. She was just pulling out moves, her along. Asuka just, again, the word I've been using a lot lately is just master class between those women. And it felt like a goodbye during the matchup itself. It felt like a last dance in some ways. And I'm hoping it's not. I know we've all seen the speculation about Asuka, but for the matchup itself, they delivered. That match could have, if it wasn't for Roman's like name, Roman being in that match, that could have easily been the main event. Or at least for me, you could have probably opened up with that matchup as well. But it was an amazing matchup that you could have had, I think, in a main event in any PLE.
It was good. That's a Mania match for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that should have been a Mania match.
But that was a Mania match, dog. That was phenomenal. That was too good to be on Backlash. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was a great Mania match between two Joshi wrestlers and just know what Joshi wrestling is all about. And it was beautiful.
That's the one match that felt like a Backlash match, to be honest. Because Backlash is normally meant to kind of clean up whatever happened at Mania. But yeah,
it didn't even happen at Mania. That's
a misconception, though. I gotta say that. That's a common misconception. A lot of people say that, WrestleMania and Backlash are like the end of like a lot of feuds. Dog, we've seen feuds go on for well past till next WrestleMania, after a Mania and a Backlash. So like that's something that like they should have cleaned up 100%. That was Met WrestleMania. That was their WrestleMania, and it's unfortunate that they got shafted on the Backlash card there.
Yeah, that was a mini match, 1,000%. What WrestleMania card, if you remember, what match would you remove from WrestleMania to put that Io versus Asuka match?
Sammy and Trick.
You're not even wrong. I can't take that away from you. That match was awful. That match was really bad.
Sammy and Trick. I'll even up you one. I'll even go as bold to say I would have taken off that freaking the 6-man tag with KSI or not KSI,
Oh,
Speed and Logan
the
Paul, but they couldn't
Yeah,
because of the
pre-show.
virality behind it. So yeah, if it was up to me, yeah, I'm taking that right off the match. I don't care about my virality. I want my graps. That's it. I want Asuka and Io kicking off night 1 with a fucking 25-minute absolute cook sesh.
Wow,
Nah, that
yeah,
was-
absolutely. That was
if it
the
was up
best.
to me, I
Absolutely.
would've-
On ESPN as well, 1000%. I agree.
Legitimize it. Show
Yeah.
show these people that are like, oh, you know,
Show
that's
those
fake
sports
and that's
fans, yep.
it. Yeah, and that's this and this and that. And then you have these two go out there and have some of the greatest, you know, chain wrestling, you know, basically that Backlash match plus 10 minutes. That, you know,
I
right there. Boom.
Co-sign that. Hell
Holy shit.
I mean,
No, I think it came down to Lesnar being ESPN notoriety. That's a well-known name on ESPN. So, you know, your 60-year-old dad that hasn't watched wrestling, or your buddy from college that's like, yo, texting you, yo, what the fuck? WrestleMania is on
Yeah.
ESPN. Brock
Seriously.
Lesnar just retired. That's the text I got. So that's why they did it. That's for sure. It has nothing to do with Asuka.
Netram, so you had a piece to get out.
I was just gonna say, if it was up to me, you know, I would have dropped out those 7 commercials. We could have got that match in. But you know, time on the essence.
Listen. How dare you try to take away that Hulk Hogan documentary from me?
I actually watched it.
The audacity of Netram trying to erase wrestling.
I will
history
say
over there.
real quick on wrestling documentaries. I didn't finish it. I started. It's an older documentary.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
It's called.
Who is it
but
about?
hear me out though. It's pretty sick. It's called Beyond the Mat. So like the first 20-ish minutes, it's available. Like I rented it on Amazon because that's really where you could only get it. Fucking amazing. It's this behind the scenes of Mankind, Jake the Snake Roberts, The Rock, just other events of superstars from that time. I suggest you guys to check it out. Again, I know 1999, but it's basically like Unreal from 99. So you could only imagine what was going on backstage. You see Paul Heyman cut like a super insane speech backstage to the wrestlers. It's a really dope documentary. I'm sorry, you just mentioned Hulk Hogan doc, so I wanted to bring that up. But when I finish it, I'll let you guys know how it went.
You just wanted to flex your old
Sorry.
wrestling muscles over here. Because
No.
you
I
watched
haven't finished
Scooby
it.
and
I'm just
Evolve.
saying I suggest the boys to watch it since we all, wrestling fans. It's really dope.
Yeah. Wrestling has invaded Tino's life, and he's trying to take his
Bro,
hostage.
high key though.
He's trying to hold his hostage, guys. I know. Tino used to talk to me about baseball and basketball. And now he's like, "Did you see that match from '67?"
That's not true. I try to talk to you about baseball sometimes. You like, yeah, bro, I don't really care for baseball no more. I'm like, all right, well.
Yeah. Then he's like, "Yeah, but then did you see the first time a DDT was ever done in a wrestling ring? Wasn't it amazing? The ingenuity."
Jake the Snake, man.
Let's get into our main event. Honestly, you rented a mat from Amazon? Shit, I rented that documentary 25 years ago from Blockbuster.
See, that's a flex. That's a flex.
Yeah, it's also aging himself a little bit, but we love you anyway. I was getting my hair braided and it was talking about MySpace. It was like, what is that? I was like, oof, your boy is washed. All right, so let's talk about the main event. I feel like since Roman came back and actually wrestling, your boy is wrestling his ass off. That was a very good match with Jacob Fatu. That boy, I see. I had a little bit of bloodline PTSD with the ref bump. I was like, oh my god, please no, don't send the Usos down, please don't do it. But nah, Roman wrestled this by himself.
Yep, that's what stood out to me as well.
And he won clean. So, Mike, I have a question for you as a notable Roman bloodline hater.
Wow.
Does it bother you that Roman's winning his matches clean now?
No,
With
it doesn't
no
bother
bloodline
me.
interference?
That's all I've wanted. That's all I've said. I've only said the only thing that I have said why I'm a hater of the Roman Reigns and the bloodline is because they try to do the same shit. They're not doing the same shit. Besides the whole Uso thing and the weird.
You know what I hear?
family
He's copying
nonsense.
he's copying please right now, but all I hear is meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Wow. Wow. The audacity.
All I
The
hear is first off,
audacity.
you'll stay in this picture. Stay in this picture. I think no,
The
yeah, go back to this picture.
lion, the
No,
witch,
I
the wardrobe, and the audacity of this bitch.
yeah, I love
Tell
you too,
you
Brady.
what.
Yo, fucking, yo, could you see my man's they pulling his dreads? But he doesn't, bro. His hair is hanging on by strands, brother, and they yanking his hair.
Yo.
This is just to highlight the fact that Chano got his braids done and he's looking extra.
Yeah, he's like
braided up.
judging
Nah,
everyone
cute.
else's
This is-
braids.
bro.
Yeah. As
Nah,
soon as
bro,
the
I
braids
noticed
came
it.
in, he said, I'm calling out all these fucking braids tonight.
No, bro. I noticed him when it was happening. I was like, first, because the past couple of weeks I've been looking at Jacob's hair. I was like, his hair is thinning out crazy. And then I seen them yanking on it. I was like, yo, what are they doing over here? Let my man's preserve his braids. Not his
I
braids.
like
his
that if
twit,
you change
his
this,
dreads.
logo in the left-hand corner to a different B logo with different colors, this would look a whole lot different as a picture. I'm just letting you know.
So,
That's-
can we talk about the negativity of this?
Nah, but Roman's been wrestling his ass off, and like Mike said, I think a lot of the biggest bloodline discourse was the interference. But I think
No, it was the lack of showing the fuck up. It was the lack of telling stories on your story-driven wrestling show.
I mean, I feel like
proceed rivalries and keep things hot and fresh. I want my
think the-
champion on my fucking television show.
I mean, sometimes, but I feel like the main bloodline story
No.
was the story within the bloodline. The story of the wrestlers wrestling the bloodline members, that was secondary to the actual bloodline story
I get
within themselves. You know what I mean? It was about the story of Jay, Jimmy, Sammy, and he still retained because Roman Reigns is the absolute GOAT. He is the greatest of all time. Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler.
Even
He's gonna hold his
the-
belt for he's gonna hold his
even
belt
as
for
they
another
say, I'm the
1,300
Cody
days.
Rhodes fan club president. I don't be riding it like this.
I will say this: you have a Cody Rhodes jumpsuit. I don't have a Roman Reigns T-shirt.
Listen, the Cody Rhodes jumpsuit goes hard as
I
fuck.
have a
I'm just
Roman
saying.
No,
Reigns
it does.
t-shirt.
It's
I'm
it's
gonna
nice.
wear my Cody Rhodes pants now too, so you pick me up at the airport next weekend for Double or Nothing. I'm gonna wear them, and I'm gonna be yelling, Chano, making sure everyone knows who you are. Full government too. Full government.
Middle name too. That's crazy. But
Middle
nah,
name.
you know what I mean? Go ahead, Nate Ram.
I just want to say, while yes, Sean was 100%, Roman wrestled his ass off. This match was great. We all know Jacob
yeah.
wrestled. This match was great. It was great until the bell rang. Because what the fuck was that? My boy, and by the way, your win clean thing, he hit his head on a turnbuckle that Roman pulled off, which is definitely a dirty move. But
Wait. If the ref saw it and the ref didn't go, that's clean.
That's an
my boy.
it's an environmental thing. Roman's been
Yeah, but
doing
so
stuff
clean.
that should be
This is
called. He hit the guy
steel
with steps
spot
at
all over
Mania.
again.
Yeah, but I'm not
But
gonna hold you. My man's
Jacob got a
my man's was clawing for his life, dog. My man's was grabbing at everything. It's not.
and that's fine. Jacob hits his head. He gets speared. Roman gets the pin. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Jacob's up. He beats his ass. Jacob was in better condition than the man who just beat him, fighting for his life. Okay, it made no sense. He no-sold the finish.
I will say that. I will say that. I agree with you. I thought it was super weird the moment it was 3 and Jacob kind of just rolled up. I do understand Roman's fatigue because Roman was on fumes in kayfabe on fumes the last 60 seconds of that match, right? Like he was getting choked out. My man's is grabbing and grasping for everything, right? So the point where the buckle got undone, still getting choked out, hit his head on the thing, so he got released, and then with his last energy, right, with his last bit of juice that he had left in his body, he ran the ropes once, twice, spear, pinfall, right? Beautiful. But I do agree with you. The moment the bell rang and Jacob got up immediately, and I didn't mind the fact that Jacob kept choking him out. You know what I mean?
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Listen.
All I'm
There's
saying with the Roman thing here-
there's a whole lot of bloodline negativity in this comment section. This
Listen,
is crazy.
Before we go to commercial, the last 30 seconds, here's what I'm going to say. as I just want my champion to be on weekly television, cut a promo, be there, presence, maybe be there every other week if Roman wants to cut back a week or two during a month. Fine by me. I want my championships being defended at every other PLE. Both championships, you can alternate. One PLE gets the WWE, one PLE gets the World Championship. Alternate that. If that continues, you won't hear me bitch and moan about Roman Reigns.
There was a time when Raw and SmackDown took turns every month doing pay-per-views, and I did enjoy that. It gave stories a longer run.
It could
Roman
work.
Reigns.
And speaking of stories not really hitting well, right? The Death Grip is a masterful move. There's no reason why Roman should have broke it 3 times in one match. The story is that is a last resort, and Roman got out 3 times, guys. 3 times.
Can I pause you real quick? Let me hit you with a pause. We'll be back after these messages.
Wrestling fans, I finally did it. I launched my very own pro wrestling coloring book on Amazon. It's packed with bold action-style wrestling pages, championship belts, entrances, arenas, characters, and moments made for fans to color their way. Whether it's for kids, collectors, wrestling families, or anyone who grew up loving the larger-than-life world of pro wrestling, this book was made with fans in mind. So if you want a fun gift, a creative activity, or just something different for the wrestling fan in your life, search the Pro Wrestling Coloring Book on Amazon today. Color the action, create the moment, and support independent wrestling creativity. Search the Pro Wrestling Coloring Book on Amazon now and help bring this project to the top rope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please support. Go get your young ones. Pro Wrestling Coloring Book. It is on Amazon. Yes, NetRam, I agree with you. It is a last resort move. But to be fair, he sold the whole entire damage after the match when he dropped dead and couldn't defend himself afterward. You know what I mean? So I think that's the one trade-off you kind of have to be content with. It's not like Roman walked off, beat him, and was like, "Yeah, I'm the mother effing man." You know what I mean? No. After he got that pinfall, my man's rolled over and regretted that whole entire match.
And I feel like that would have been more impactful if it was more like he attempted and Roman didn't allow him or whatever it is, but he hit it 3 times, broke it 3 times, and 4th if you count the final. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just feel like
how did he break it? You know what I mean? It's not like he got his wrist off. You know what I mean? There was always an impact with it. It's not like he just smacked it off. You know what I mean? It was a grand gesture. You know what I mean? It was a grand gesture. He got off one time because he bumped into the ref. You know what I mean? The second time he did was choke, bro. He was fading. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought the ref was gonna call that match. At that moment, I was like, oh my god, he choked him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was impactful. All the damage was done at the end. All the damage was done. It's not like he swatted off like it wasn't a problem. He did. He sold the impact of it and got his ass beat after the match, which is kind of hilarious. Roman barely survived that match with his life. And my man's had the audacity to be like, I want you to acknowledge me. Like, you didn't get your ass beat right after too, dog.
He tried it though. He tried it.
He definitely tried it.
I think that's what the next match is. Instead of I quit, it's going to be an I acknowledge. You can see it though, right? Now that I said it.
Oh, fuck. God damn it, Ram.
Have it at SummerSlam?
No.
He's right. It's not an I quit match. It's an I acknowledge you match. And it's going to be at Saturday night's main event.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be in Italy.
Oh, it's going to be in Italy. You're right. Italy. Well, we should be.
That's definitely that's where they're going.
Real ignorant that week with that Italian PLE. We're going to the motherland. I wish I was going to that fucking PLE right now.
Yeah.
Should have made that right. I should have made that my WrestleMania. Real talk. I really played myself there. Italy, first time ever. Fucking PLE, and then Italy.
It would have been dope, but Cody and Gunther definitely have some heat right now. So, however they decide to split it, because I think they're gonna do world champion every other PLE. Mm-hmm. Since there's only 5 matches, you don't want both your world champions to take 2 spots and then scramble to fill the other 3.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. I pointed it out to you. You said it earlier, but I'm going to double down on this. WWE has 3 PLEs. If the trend continues, let's just say 5 on Backlash, 5 on Clash in Italy. Let's just say 4 on Saturday night's main event because it's not a technical PLE. That's 14 matches. You're going to have more matches on one night of Double or Nothing than you are 3 PLEs in WWE.
But I kind of figured out why they do that, right? Why they only do 5 matches. I kind of broke the
They could
code.
fit more commercials.
Supply and demand.
No, it's not that. Back in the day when WWE used to sell pay-per-views, you needed to be sold on a match on that card that you wanted to watch and spend your hard-earned money to go watch that pay-per-view. They no longer have to fight. They no longer have to fight for your hard-earned cash because they get all the money up front from whoever decides to stream their pay-per-views, their PLEs now. You know what I mean? When they were on Peacock already paid them up front for however long the contract was. They got that money up front. When they went to ESPN and Netflix, they got their money up front. So they don't have to bargain with you for your hard-earned money. They already have your money, right? And not only that, are they already paid up front? Now you get, like NetRam said, you have your commercials now. So now that's even more money. You have your spatial PLE sponsors that are on the mat. That money. Since they are no longer competing for your dollar anymore outside of merchandise sales and coming to the show, which you're going to do anyway, since they don't have to fight for your $60 to go watch pay-per-view, and if you already had the subscription, you're going to turn it on anyway. If you already had Peacock, you're going to watch the PLE. If you already have Netflix and you're outside the US, you're going to watch it. If you have the ESPN app, you're going to watch it. The thing is, the ESPN app is a little complex, and I know it's a little bit more extra money. So that might be a little bit more of a harder bargain. But you know why it doesn't matter? Because they already have they're already paid.
Yeah.
Everything else is extra. It does not matter.
Yep. Damn, channel. Move it on, baby. Next segment.
Listen.
I ain't got nothing to fucking know. You're not following that up. Go.
You can't.
Nah, but like Mike said, AEW will probably have more matches on Double or Nothing than all 3 wrestling PLEs. It's nuts. But you know why? Because AEW, they have to compete for your dollar. In a show of good faith, they're gonna give you an actual wrestling card with 10 plus matches, 15-20 minutes per match, and they're gonna wrestle their asses off for your dollar to build that faith. This way, you enjoyed yourself so much you wanted to spend that $60 on that next card all over again. Talking about Double or Nothing, the gang is going to the show. We will be in the building for Double or Nothing. I have Marcus, NetRam, and Mike all flying in from the respective corners of the United States. They're coming to the show. We're gonna watch it, and we have Rick and Mark coming down from up north. Our brothers up north. They're coming down to watch the show. We're rolling deep. If you see us, say what's up. We're gonna be doing trivia. We're gonna be holding questions. We're gonna be giving away prizes. If you get all 10 questions right, you get to take Taino.
you just take him. He's yours. You just take him.
And no, the ribbon is not included. That's purchased separately.
So we will be. Oh yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Get King of Groove 16 on 100 follow. King of Groove on TikTok. 100 followers. I will post a video of him dancing live on stream, so you guys can watch the King of Groove show his groove.
Get groovy. That's right.
But we will be at Double or Nothing. You find us. We got trivia. We'll have trivia and we have some things to give away.
I might have cutlets for you, maybe. Who knows?
We got NetRam. NetRam, I think he's coming with some.
Just with a platter of cutlets at the end of the
He's
trivia.
coming with some wrestling.
No platter of cutlets.
Let me tell you what I'm
I'm
doing.
handing you loose chicken cutlets out of
pull it
my
out your
pocket.
pocket.
Here you go. Here's a cutlet. Here's your cutlet. Here's your prize, a loose chicken cutlet. Thank you for coming. Thank you for playing 4 3-count trivia. Here's your chicken cutlet.
Enjoy the show here.
Yes, marinara so separately. All right, what are you giving away, NetRam?
I have a PSA graded former women's champion Hikaru Shida card. PSA graded numbered out of 120 former women's champion Jamie Hayter card. And the greatest gimmick on TV, PSA graded, autographed Orange Cassidy card.
Oh,
Nice. I do like that. I got one more WWE thing to talk about before we get into our last ad, and then we get to our main question of the main topic of the evening. TripleMania, 2 nights. Nitram was spewing. They announced it, and Nitram dropped like 6 paragraphs in the chat. My man didn't even let us breathe. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. More AAA. And Nitram was like, no, screw that. That's terrible. They're ruining wrestling. This is miserable. Why would they do that? Isn't AAA only like an hour show weekly?
correct.
Yeah, I believe it is.
So why is this a bad thing?
They don't
Yeah, Ram, tell
have
us.
enough stories to split into 2 nights. First off, 2-night pay-per-views I think are just stupid in general. Let me throw that out there. All right, 2-night pay-per-views is dumb in general because there's always one night they don't care about, and it's always night 1. All right, night 1 WrestleMania sucked. Let's all be honest. Night 2 is decent. All right, 2-night pay-per-views are stupid, and now AAA's WWE, and they're doing the WWE platform, and I guarantee not one person in this chat who and Mike watches AAA, I watch AAA, I'm pretty sure Tana watches AAA, can name 10 matches that could possibly be on a 2-night card. Name 10.
I got you right now. Dom Mysterio versus
El Grande
El
Americano.
Grande, right?
Check.
Hijo de Vikingo fighting another luchador. 2 other luchadors fighting. You got the mixed tag team champions, Lola and Iguana versus
You could definitely throw Psycho Clown in there somewhere.
Bailey versus
Psycho Clown's definitely not fight Pongo.
Flamer.
But
you know what I mean? You got Luchador
Pagano.
1 versus Luchador 2, Luchadorette 1 versus Luchadorette 2.
Well, no,
you know
how
what I mean?
I mean, did they?
Omos is in there too, Chano. Don't forget Omos.
Time out, Nitram. They got to drop those tag titles first before we get Pagano and Psycho Clown.
Oh, they're definitely dropping. Before that,
so they're gonna try.
Before
Who they
TripleMania?
drop to War Raiders? War Raiders next weekend? 2 weekends?
Yes, more non-lucha stuff.
There you go. That's. I just wanted to fucking see him. I wanted to see that. I wanted to hear the tick, 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 boom.
You know why? You know why I like it? Cool, because in AAA they present lucha wrestling so much better. It doesn't matter if the War Raiders run it, because they'll be able to mix and match with other luchadors, and they'll be able to show their stuff.
Dog, I say fuck it. Send Grayson Waller down there and throw a mask on.
Bro,
He's all
and
over
honestly,
Those
the
are good bases. I'll give them that. They're good bases.
And honestly, bro, Ivar's a dog, bro. Ivar's an absolute dog.
Yeah, agreed.
Bro, I hope this
Nova Femi.
I missed that singles run he had.
Bro,
I hope singles run. It was
bro,
so fun.
that singles run was amazing, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. If Ivar ever becomes a free agent, I'm emailing him like 25,000 times to get him on for an interview, because I think Ivar is an absolute dog.
Yeah,
and I need to interview that man. He's that, bro. He's nice.
He's
my favorite
fucking dude ever, dude.
Bro, he's my favorite big man wrestler.
Incredible.
Bro, he's a dog, bro. So give it to Ivar. Ivar deserves everything. He deserves it
the
all. He deserves it. All right, so Nitram, he was just mad. But if CML said, yo, 2-night CML Mania, whatever the hell it was, perfect. Give me 10 of those. It don't even matter. But I'm not even gonna let Nitram dispute this. Let's run our third ad.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad on the merch? Nah, we just made a power move. We've officially stepped into a big arena, and now you can find us on ProWrestlingTees.com. Randy came through clutch, and now it's time to level up your drip. Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, every promo lives on through what you wear. From the legendary 3-count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling designs, we're bringing the heat like never before. This isn't just merch. It's a statement. It's the culture. It's you. So don't wait. Pull up to ProWrestlingTees.com, look up 4 Sides to the Ring, rep the squad, and unleash your inner champion. Don't forget, tell them the bad guy sent you.
The bad guy sent Nitram to have bad opinions about TripleMania because he hates everything WWE related.
Hey, real quick, spread the word. Spread the word. We are on Pro Wrestling Tees, man. That is such a big deal. I'm gonna be real honest, boys. Like, it's been a couple weeks since we've been on there, and I'm waiting for my order. I should get it just in time for next week event. And honestly, it's exciting, bro. Like, fucking Pro Wrestling Tees. You search up 4 Sides of the Ring. We have some merch. spread the word to our whoever's listening to this episode right now, wherever you at. Go to Pro Wrestling Tees, man. Search for Sides of the Ring. See some of that merch. Really, we're below market right now, so you better get on it before we get hot and start raising that up.
Listen, I want to give Turner a shout out because my man's is on absolute fuego tonight. But I have one question for you, dog.
What up?
Can
That's
you
a 3-hour
plug your
nap, by the way.
no? Can you plug your 2B promo code so we can all watch Evolve? Because I know my man's is out here watching Evolve, dog. He tried to play like he definitely wasn't.
He peeked out. He stuck his head out of the closet.
It's funny. I will say, in all honesty, I do not watch it. If I had the time, I would. Is the other day, just real quick, I'm on Comet watching fucking the X-Files, like an old man, and they're like, NWA is on Tubi. They give it on Saturdays at like 2 p.m. Like, oh shit, I work Saturdays. If I was off Saturdays, I'd be watching NWA. But that's besides the point.
You're a sick individual. I promise you are. You're a sick man. I know doesn't even talk about other things no more. I was like, how you feel about OKC? I'm a poopy butt. Let's go, Mets. That's actually mad funny.
It's fucked up. Somebody's gonna use that promo code tonight on Tubi, and then they're gonna realize that Tubi's actually just free, and they could have just downloaded it without going through the hassle.
All right, man. So today, as you guys know, if you guys don't know, now you do know. 4 Sides of the Ring, we have gone Hollywood. That's why if you check out our last couple thumbnails on YouTube, there are movie posters that Mrs. Maldonado Mike has done. The bad guy has done. You know what I mean? So we have gone Hollywood. So this episode's name is The Long Game because AEW have Fair Away from Hell. They wrestled on a golf course. And I think that's absolutely weird as hell. I'm not gonna hold you. I think it's obscure.
Your mouth. No, that's sick. Look at that visual. Don't you dare sit there in that chair right now and tell me that that's not cool as fuck. Look at that visual, bro. They're on a golf course in an arena, dog. Wrestling.
I will say you're right. I will say this. Those seats in the back must be miserable for a good view.
Not for the Derby match. Those are good seats.
Yeah, the Derby match was wrestling in the thing. So yes.
Yeah.
But all the other matches in the ring, terrible view. You know what I mean? That's dope though. I will give
AEW to, you know what? Just set up a ring in the middle of the diamond, and let's just have a baseball. Let's get Bash at the beach back. Let's get the beach. They could do it in Jacksonville. Set that ring up on the sand, baby. Get the sand in between your toes, and watch Darby Allin get thrown from 35,000 feet in the air off a helicopter into the Pacific Ocean with shark-infested waters that they chummed. Because at this point, that's where we're headed. I'm down.
Fair.
Shark Week tie-in.
I think AEW would also be able to wrestle in the Waffle House.
I'd watch it.
You know what I mean? And you have Muscle Man Malcolm in the back.
After every match, interviewing them. So Bandito, what's your Waffle House order tonight after this one?
Dude's bleeding and everything. Just chocolate chip waffle.
Los huevos rancheros.
I do 3 eggs.
I just want to say, I think the real cool thing about this is like people can say what they want. AEW can't sell out stadiums, right? Like people are gonna talk about it. They do small venues but you do cool enough stuff like this, it doesn't matter because that is original to a point where who cares how many people are in attendance? That's a dope spot. It's a rememberable thing you're going to see. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, I think be more creative. Like Mike said, bring back Bash at the Beach, do a water battle royal.
I want Nate Ram to talk about me the way he talks about AEW in general.
Find you a man, ladies, or men for that matter, that talks about AEW or talks about you the way Nitrip talks about AEW.
Facts, because the moment he saw Tony Khan, his eyes just got all wide. They got so green. He got so happy.
Listen,
the only way.
Have you guys ever seen Time Cop?
Do we still got the Netram Andrade photo? Please tell me we do.
Of course we do.
The only time you see Nitram ever happier is if he meets Andrade and takes a picture of him like that.
It looks like Cuba Gooding Jr., bro. What the fuck? With dreads.
All right, guys, give me 2 other spots you would love to see AEW wrestle at. Give me the most obscure. Oh my god.
Fucking jump scare, bro.
Looking terrifying. Could you imagine you wake up, he's just in the bathroom?
Yo, no way.
Bean dip Daza.
Not fucking bean dip, no.
I want bean.
Get out of here, Bean Dip. He's there every morning in your bathroom. You always gotta kick him out. It's like, get out of here, bro. Or you can
Get the fuck out of here, Bean Dip. Get out of my bathroom, Bean Dip. What are you doing in my bathroom?
I want to be Bean Dip's manager, dog. I feel like, and my name is just gonna be Bush. Busch. My name is Bush. Bush Daza, and his name is. I forgot, but it was Big Bean something. You know what I mean?
Bean Dip Daza.
Bean Dip. His name is Bean Dip, and I'm Bush.
Bush. I'm Bush.
And I'm the manager.
And I'm Bean Dip's manager. Bush.
Bush Pinto. You know what I mean? Keep it classy. Give me your 2 most obscure places you want AEW to wrestle at.
Ooh.
All right, we'll go to Tino, then Nitram. We'll give Mike a chance to catch up. So,
if I had to obscure, so the first one would be obscure, but I would like to see them in Citi Field since they always go right next to it.
All right, I'm cutting over you, Nitram. Where do you want to see it? Where do you want to see AEW?
I tried. I tried. Give me AEW Citi Field.
Fucking
Not the only one. Where are my Mets fans?
Look, I think it'd be really cool if they did an event at an amusement park with the roller coasters in the background. Everything
That's a fire
going.
idea.
I think they could do something
fire
crazy.
idea. That's a fire idea, not this asshole over here talking about. I want to just do it at Citi Field. Whose man's is this?
Boring.
How selfish of you, Taina. How selfish.
Yo, my man just talking about. I want to go buy a ticket to watch him wrestle at my favorite baseball stadium because I'm a big Mets fan.
It'll make everyone Mets fans.
Whose man's is this? Shout out to you, Nitram. Actual amusement.
This guy stinks.
Remember the only good one, amusement park. That's a fire idea. This fucking
And
Mets
then
here.
my other obscured one would be, y'all know what the 5 points, where that one area where all 5 states are connected, right in the middle, and they have the first pay-per-view in 5 states.
That's
I
actually
think that'd be incredible.
The first pay-per-view ever to be $500 to buy, bro. You gotta have all the state taxes combined. It's gonna be like a $23 state tax percentage. You gotta add on each pay-per-view.
Depends where you're sitting, bro. Depends where are you sitting in?
If you're sitting on the
Tennessee
Utah side, if you're sitting on the Utah side, you can't drink. If you're sitting on the Wyoming side, you're paying the county cattle tax. If you're sitting on the Arizona tax, you're paying the sun tax. And if you're sitting in Colorado, you're just high.
How do you even do seating? You know what I mean? That must be just so. That must be just so messy, dog. You know what I mean?
It's Utah, Nevada, Arizona, and Colorado. It's the 4 points, I believe. Yeah.
That's nuts. All right, Mike, you gathered yourself, brother. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give Tino a chance to redeem himself. What is the other spot you would like him to go wrestle at?
The only one that came to mind is
of course he did. It was fucking Citi Field. You fucking selfish.
No. I'm telling you the one now. The only one that comes to mind now is because it came in my like where they used to do it in Wall Street outside, like in New York or something. Bunch of people out. That would be cool. Bring that back. So that's the one I thought.
Okay. I thought you was gonna say
decent rebound, right? Decent rebound.
I guess. I thought you was gonna say in the middle of AP where they shot the Joey Badass music video.
Yo, I was gonna say that. That's the funny thing, bro. I was gonna say that.
You know what's mad funny? This is such an obscure reference that only me, Tino, and like Joey Badass fans.
That's why I didn't say it because I'm like, it's only me and you who'll get it. It's fine.
Yeah. I'll send you the music. I'll send you the music video later, right?
Who don't like Joey Badass?
So you remember Joey Badass' first music video that he was running around on the projects?
It's Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
It's the song. It's the song Hard
And
Knocks.
Hard Knocks. So if you remember the music, okay, you ever seen the music video for Hard Knocks?
I wouldn't know.
I'll send you the music video. Mike, have you seen the Hard Knocks music video?
I can't tell you off the top of my head, but
You probably have
think
it.
Joey Badass
Mike trying to be real respectful about knowing about who Joey Badass is. Right
I
now.
know who Joey Badass is. I don't drink because I know the Budweiser dog. Hayes is you, dog. I'm capital Steez. I know my shit,
He's
bro.
like, I'm fucking hit, bro.
I'll
That
send you
man's
guys
Puerto Rican. Come on.
Yeah, but I
He's
got
a Puerto Rican from New York. You don't think he knows who Joey Badass is?
You know what's mad funny? I'll send you guys the link later. So basically, the Joey Badass music video is in Amsterdam projects, and he's running around in the projects. And I thought so Tino gets it because they're running around. There's a big space in AP. It's a mess. It's real New Yorker. Yeah. We found it. I think that's just a crackhead's house. It's not AP.
That's just a random crackhead.
You know what?
That's when they think I live in the city because it's New York. It's just like a brown door with like crackheads pushing shopping carts. It's just
Marcus
Googled
bad neighborhoods in New York and took the first stock photo he found. He fucking posted it.
Tano just sent him a picture of outside. I don't know.
Yeah, it's from my balcony. It's like from my fire escape. I mean, it's like.
All right, Mike, give us your 2 obscure places you want to go see AEW wrestling.
First, I'm gonna say the moon. Put him on the moon, baby. To the moon. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Put him on the moon.
That's unique.
Second, Bean Dip's backyard. No. I play too much. No, I really like Knitran's amusement park. That was a really good idea.
That was a really good one.
I agree. I love a good shout out. I mean, it'd be cool to see it back in the Mall of America, like the WCW first episode. That'd be cool. I would say another obscure one. Let's just do it. I'm a desert guy. Let's just do it in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have fucked nobody up. Really?
That wouldn't kill anybody. No, do that Coachella Valley. It'll be fine. Don't worry. It'll be Coachella. You just get a little valley fever. You're fine. You know, maybe a splash of herpes or something. What was in that needle, Chano? We're gonna find out.
Swerve still won't tell me.
We're gonna find out at Desert Duel live in Coachella Valley in the desert this Sunday.
The voice of God.
First of all, that's the apartment CJ Fly was walking across before he starts rapping. Y'all need to go ahead and rewatch that video. I know everything.
I haven't seen it in 10 years, Marcus. I'm so sorry.
Right, don't say I just showed you a random picture of
Marcus is over
rappers.
Marcus is going hip hop.
I was literally singing the verse when you said the song. I just had the verse in my head. I just started going in on Joey Badass stuff. Give me Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like that.
I think Alaska would be cool.
Weird.
And
why is Alaska cool? Because nobody.
It's just different, like Northern Lights, and just something different. And you know what? AEW could do it. Wrestle on top of a motherfucking volcano on Hawaii. Let's go.
And Darby's still getting thrown in the
volcano.
You know
Darby coffin drops into the volcano. It's like,
you know what's crazy?
Everest at a volcano. What now?
You know what's crazy? That volcano idea is still better than Taino's wrestling in City Field. Fucking sucks.
Yeah, when he said it, I was like, what?
Yo, Mets suck. They're getting relegated. I heard they're getting relegated to AAA. The Mets.
We're getting better. Soto hit a home run. We won 9-2. We're fine.
Yeah, the house isn't on fire. It doesn't matter.
We'll see you this weekend at City.
I have a fire blanket on. It's all good.
All right. That's for our main thing before we lose Mike and Tino to the giggles. We're having a good time, guys. We're losing him.
Where's the fucking Leo Rush?
So whatchamacallit, the last thing for tonight, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves saying that Darby Allin is going to have a short title reign, right? Mm-hmm. We don't know what could happen. I mean, Darby Allin can be the world champion for the next 8 months and defend his championship against everybody on that roster every single week. Like, that could happen. But in the event that this is a short title reign, what are your other great short title reigns in AEW? We have Samoa Joe twice, so both short title reigns.
I have a list. I have a list if you guys want me to give you.
I thought that was a cue for you. What is
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised Nitram wasn't like, yo, it's this guy. He held it at this time from this time. He's your AEW guy. You know what I mean? Your short. Does anybody know who the shortest reign is in AEW history?
Sheeta? No, Nyla Rose.
Is it just? Are we just talking men or just in general?
It is a man, but it's a man.
Ciampa?
But it's the world title or no?
No, it's CM Punk. Didn't CM Punk hold the title?
It's not the world title, no. It's just an AEW championship. CM Punk held it for 3 days.
CM Punk has the shortest title match.
But CM Punk held it for 3 days, right? But there's somebody who held it shorter than CM Punk.
How does that even work? The pay-per-views are on a Sunday. They won.
And vacated.
There's somebody who won a title and lost it.
Not vacate, right? Lost, like pin.
He lost it immediately.
It was the contract. They cashed in the fucking contract on him. Who was it?
Then it's the TNT title.
Yes.
And it's Christian Cage.
Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus gives him the contract, and it's
Edge. No, Christian Cope.
It's Adam Copeland. It's
Cope.
It's Cope. Yeah.
Adam Copeland holds it for 2 minutes.
Wow.
I'm happy.
I was so happy that day.
It couldn't have happened to a better person.
It couldn't have happened to a better person. After that, it is CM Punk's and his AEW World Championship reigns at 3 days.
Where's Nyla Rose on that?
You have Jon Moxley was 17 days international champion. Willow Nightingale was a 35-day TBS champion. Eddie Kingston was an 81-day Continental champion. The Young Bucks had 4 reigns. I believe 4 or 5 reigns, right? But their shortest reign was 28 days when they dropped the tag titles to Swerve and Our Glory.
Wow.
You have, if you did it by belts, your shortest trios titles is the Elite, 3 days.
Wow.
Your longest would be the Acclaim. It's
fire.
That went on far too long than it needed to be the Acclaimed title run.
The Acclaim was who's the Acclaim? The Acclaim. Oh, you're talking about
Caster, Bowens, and Daddy Ass.
Shortest AEW tag team reign is actually Darby and Sting. They did 25 days, 1 defense.
Yo, it's mad funny. Me and Tyner went to Grand Slam, and AEW likes to hold you hostage, and did like
and then here's the coolest stat I think that AEW has. So the longest reign for the AEW Women's Championship is Sheeta. She's held it for 372 days with 9 defenses. The shortest reign is also Sheeta with 25 days and 2 defenses. So she's out there. She's got both.
Right. And you can get a signed Sheeta PSA graded card at Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Nah, dog. It was mad funny. Tino literally held his hostage to go stay for AEW Collision. Legends of Wrestling, City Field, June 7th. Is that actually happening?
That was a long time ago.
Look how pissed that look how sad he is.
Yeah, damn.
Damn, Nip Ram.
He just told his girl we got plans June 7th. And now he's saying
all I know is we better hope no Thursday there was a wrestling event at City Field, because marking your calendars is gonna be that day.
That's right.
Shit's mad funny, dog. I can't believe Tyner was like, "Yeah, I want to go see them at wrestle at City Field."
Yeah, I know I'm not the only one who feels this way.
You might.
You and Mr. Matt.
Tyner's gonna be in the Eminem deck, fucking watching craps.
Oh, it's no longer called the Eminem deck channel.
What's it called? What the change?
Just left field wall. They don't have a sponsor anymore.
That's
who would want to sponsor the Mets? That makes sense.
Oh, jeez.
First off, don't you violate.
WWE can get 6 sponsors on a ring. The Mets can't get a single section.
Listen, don't violate the M&M deck. You get unlimited burgers.
Hey, we upgraded from the Honda Club to the Cadillac Club. That's improvement.
Did it really?
Yeah, it's now the Cadillac Club.
That's hedge fund money, baby.
So if you didn't know, me and Tyner, we worked at City Field.
It was great. I loved it.
It was an all right time. I became a closet Mets fan. No, listen, I'm not a Yankee fan.
Oh, Yankees.
Big B.
I still talk
Red
about
Sox.
my Mets.
I got money to kill time. dead clocks.
Little Wayne.
Big,
All you
big
teams
Sox
suck.
fan. So, all right, let's talk about Darby Allin. Where does Darby Allin rank in your top title reigns for AEW World Champions as it stands right now?
Ooh, currently, at least for me, I'm not too sure where to rank him, but I'll rank him up there so far. Like I'll put him high on the list. That's for sure. When he first won the title, I remember I had wrote the group chat basically saying like this is kind of like hot shot booking. They're doing this just because they want to have something to talk about during WrestleMania weekend. But since then, I think they've done well. I said it last week and I'll say it again. Every match that Darby has gone into, I feel like he's going to lose. And that's what makes me invested. And then when he comes out on top with the victory, at least for me, it makes me care. It makes me care more. He's a small guy. He's an underdog type of champion who's always against the odds. He's always, as we all know, best health insurance in the business. He gets beat up, takes a bunch of bad falls, and still somehow wins. I've so far have been loving the title reign. I do hope he keeps it longer than Double or Nothing, but if he does end up losing it, what he's done so far, I think set him ablaze. Like, you could not only say he was a former champion, but you could say he was a good champion. He didn't just hold on to it. He had really good matches.
All right. Anybody else? NetRam, you're a big AEW guy. Where would you rank?
Yes.
Where would you rank him?
Personally, I'd say he's probably the third best champion there is. I think he's the most significant champion there is in AEW. For the main fact that from Chris Jericho to MJF, the main event scene has been the same consistency of the same 3 to 4 or 5 guys. And Darby Allin is making it where at this point, so many guys can be main eventers. Kevin Knight looks like a main eventer. Brody King looks like a main eventer. You know, Takeshita, we've all known he's a dog, looking like a main eventer out here. Next week, I think they said something about Speedball. Maybe he'll win Chano over. We don't know, but main eventer. He's making a main event scene for the title. It's being important. So even if it's a short reign, he made it to where it is the most important title in AEW. And I feel like when the Moxley stuff happened, people forgot that it was the most important title because it wasn't on TV. People generally weren't liking the storyline. I loved it. People weren't liking it. And now it's every week we're seeing the AEW title on TV being defended in almost immaculate matches against the non-normal guys. It's not the Swerve Stricklands. It's not the MJFs. It's not the Samoa Joes. It's not the Hangman Pages. It's not the Kenny Omegas. It's these other guys that, just like Darby Allin, have constantly been overlooked in the mid-card division. And now the mid-card is showing, hey, we are main eventers here too. It could be any of us. And I think he's the most significant champion that AEW has had because of that reason.
All right, Mike, round us off.
I mean, yeah, he's opening up doors for wrestlers that look like Darby Allin, you know, like just like the back in WWE day with Daniel Bryan. He's opening those doors up for those guys that may not be put in a box as considered as world championship look or material, you know, and he's opening those doors. I would certainly not put him at the top of my list. As of right now, I say he's middle of the pack for me. I mean, he's been doing great work, you know, with these open challenges the last few weeks. I think it's great having him wrestle a lot of different talent, but at the same time, he's wrestling a lot every week, and that does a lot to his body. So we know it's going to be a short title reign because of these. They've designed it as such. So good for them for pulling the trigger on this when the time was right. Also, good for them for saying, hey, look, you don't necessarily have to look X, Y, or Z or conform to this notion to be a world champion in this company. But also just know you're probably going to get a short title reign like Darby here. We'll see how this develops. I'm intrigued to see how this plays out in a week or two.
Listen, and for the most part, that is our show, gentlemen. But I do have one announcement. Giovanni Vinci has made an appearance in wrestling. He is now signed to TNA.
Yes. Really? And Cedric Alexander's the new X Division champion. Leon Slater did not break the record.
Y'all are spoiling. I taped TNA on my Spectrum TV.
Oh,
Thank
we
you.
just fucked Knit Ram. Oh, we just fucked Knit Ram.
I watched TNA, guys.
Well, sorry, Knit Ram.
Should
No,
we
we should
sponsor the
not.
Mets? The
No,
four
we
sides of the
yes.
ring, four sides
Bro,
of the ring.
what? We get fucking season tickets. See Juan Soto right next to his suite. Are you kidding
Traitor.
me?
Bro, nobody. I don't want a sponsorship if no one's gonna see it.
Yeah,
Whoa.
They gave away
Wow.
free tickets, and they struggled to give away those free tickets a couple weeks ago.
I was told the Brooklyn Cyclones.
It was
better fan base.
to be fair, hold on. It
the
was
Mets,
super
the
cold that
amazing
Wednesday because I
Mets.
was gonna go to the game. It was cold. It was way too cold to go to any game. That it was
Listen,
it was freezing.
If we go to the Mets game next weekend, just know I'm gonna say the Mets suck the entire time. Just saying.
Is that a possibility? Can we actually?
That
go
is a
to the Mets game?
possibility. The Mets do play home next weekend.
Do they?
By the way, Yeah, they do play.
Look at you, closet Mets fan over here.
My dad's a Mets fan. What do you think? Papa mouthing off Mike's a big Mets fan. He's from Queens. What do you think this is?
True. Very true. But for the most part, we might be going to a Mets game next week. We're gonna make Mets fans out of nobody. Guys, Tino, the Poopy Boy, Mr. City Field himself. Let the people know where they can find you.
All right, as y'all seen it down there a little earlier, King of Groove 16. That's the TikTok. That's the same case with the Twitter and/or X. Make sure you go check that out. And as we always say, check us out on all major platforms. This was a fun week of Wrestle Talk with y'all. Can't wait for the next one.
Tino does TikTok dances on his TikTok account, so make sure you follow him. And once they get to 100,
And they're all outdated dances that I'm trying to bring alive again. So
you hitting
I'll tell you what, Tano.
Stanky leg, yes.
When we get there, bro.
That's right.
Tano, when we get there, bro, me and you will record it. I can still crank that Soldier Boy. It's actually my favorite dance to do. Because, of course, I'm the one that makes them say, oh, damn, I'm Nick Fam. You can catch me on Twitter at NITRAM_4, SOTR. That's NITRAM_4, SOTR.
And I'm the Mike that likes to mouth off. That's at MOWM_podcast. I have a new video for y'all this weekend. As you know, I love to spend my money for all of you so that you don't have to spend it. So I bought a bunch of WWE merchandise that was on clearance. So check that out this weekend. I'll see you guys next week.
and it's me, your boy, Chana, whoever you need me to be. The other founding father of Hate University. Well, I just hate old people that wrestle. No one did it at the level they did 20 years ago. Sucks. You ruined my childhood. You broke my illusion. But you can find me absolutely nowhere. You guys do not deserve to see my cute ass son on my Instagram. If you guys follow me on Twitter, that's your own fault. All I do is post Knicks basketball stuff and repost on the page. It's not interesting. Your man's is boring, but you can follow us at SIDESOTR on Twitter, 4 Sides of the Ring on TikTok, 4 Sides of the Ring on Instagram, 4 Sides of the Ring on MySpace, Your Space, Yahoo, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you want us to find us, we are 4 Sides of the Ring. We are on Pro Wrestling Tees, guys. Next week,
buy a
Double or
t-shirt.
Nothing.
I got a wedding to pay for, so we need. Mike needs your monies. Let's go. We got a wedding.
Human monies. Human
Need
monies.
your human monies.
Tino's gonna drop the spicy link after this podcast drops. We got a wedding to pay for, gentlemen. Everybody's doing their part. We doing their part, boys.
Take my money.
Next Saturday, Double or Nothing. But we'll be back next Thursday. We'll see. Talk to you later, guys. Peace, love, and happiness. Knicks and 6.
At Backlash,
Backlash. At Backlash. At Backlash.
at Backlash,
Backlash.
Backlash,
Backlash. Backlash.
at Backlash,
At Backlash.
at Backlash,
L Backlash.
Backlash, Backlash,
At Backlash.
Backlash.